I've had this small little trunk hanging out in my shed for way too long. Let's bring it inside, clean it up, and give it a Dixie Belle makeover. I have a super cute Yellowstone theme idea in mind for this piece. As always, clean your entire piece inside and out with white lightning. I'll be using slick stick to cover a majority of this piece since it's mostly a plastic-like surface. Apply your slick stick with a foam roller. 2 even coats will be required. Wait 24 hours before you paint. The plan for this piece is going to be using decoupage paper. I'm going to do a rough layout of the color pattern onto the piece, knowing that this will be covered with the decoupage paper. I won't even really do a full 2-coat coverage unless it's on the sides and the back where the paper will not be covering the paint. The plan for this paper is to cover the top and then the bottom of the piece. I'm going to be painting my paper in, so I'll remove the white edge from the decoupage paper and blend out my piece. Using satin clear coat from Dixie Belle, I applied it to the entire surface. Then, putting down the paper, working from the center outwards, I applied a second coat of clear coat to seal my paper down onto the piece. I repeated this process for the front as well, making sure to kind of measure out where the metal hardware was. I'm going to need to remove the paper in those areas. You can gently score the paper with your finger and then use scissors to cut that out, or put your paper on and then cut it after it dries. Either way works, it's up to you. After my paper had dried, I came in with chocolate, gravel road, and a little bit of caviar. I wanted to paint in the paper so that you wouldn't be able to see where the edge was. This is actually really easy with this style of paper because the color of the paper is so dark, it's quite easy to blend in. For the sides of the panel as well as the back, I added in a little bit of collard greens just to give it some depth. Don't worry, I'll be painting the hardware and the metal trim around the edges in gold gilding wax as well as chocolate mineral paint. So now that my paper has completely dried, I'm going to come in with a sharp knife and cut it exact so that it lines up with the trim on the bottom as well as the sides. Since this leather-like trim had been painted in slick stick, I'm able to paint right over top of it in whatever color I choose. I want to make this look like an authentic leather, so I'm going to use chocolate, and then once it dries, I'll be using some dark wax over top to give it a little bit more of an authentic look. For the rest of the trim that's actual metal underneath the slick stick, I'll be using Gilding Wax in Gold. Gilding Wax in Gold and all the rest of the colors is an oil-based product, so you don't have to worry about sealing it after you apply it to your piece. You can also age it over top with, again, that same dark wax. If you wanted more of an aged look to your shining gold gilding wax, you can mix it with copper or the black. This way you're going to get more depth to your gold gilding wax. But since this gold is kind of shiny, the black wax will help dull it when I apply it over top. Now it's just the detail work. It's using the black wax from Dixie Belle, which is a water-based wax, to really push into the crevices and then wipe back with a damp cloth. What do you think? I think that I nailed the Yellowstone look on this fun little chest. I absolutely love this new paper from Dixie Belle Bells and Whistles line.